Hello, and welcome to Learn Digital Design.
This will be our first drawing tutorial.
Visit us on the web at www.learndigitaldesign.com.
Alright, well, here we go in our first drawing tutorial, and I'm going to start this drawing out with showing you an example of what not to do. As you see, I'm just drawing here along, and I'm not taking time to form anything up, and I'm not taking any time to set up my drawing before I start. I'm just trying to draw an outline of something from the start. And there are some exercises that we may do way later on in an very advanced lesson where we try to do something like this, but it's not gonna be for this reason. As you can see, this man I'm trying to draw here is coming out pretty ugly, and if I make a mistake I have to come back around and try to fix it and ugly it up even more. You can see that is hideous. It doesn't look anything like what you would want to see. It looks like a 2-year-old drew it. Now I'm going to start over again, and I'm going to do it the right way, and we're going to form up each basic part one part at a time. And now what I'm doing is forming up the head, and it's just a circle or an oval. If you can draw an oval, you can draw a head. The neck is just a cylinder. The top of the body is just this boxy shape here. Anybody should be able to draw these basic shapes. Just building up our body with basic shapes. It's just building blocks is what you should think of it as. And I'm very sketchy and loose, and I'm not holding, I'm not necessarily pressing down very hard with my pencil at all. It's very loose, and you don't got to worry about the mistakes you might make here or how ugly it might look, because as you're going to see later, very soon, I'm going to introduce you to your new friend, the eraser, and we're going to clean all this up very nicely, and no one will ever see any of this when we're done. So for now, just concentrate on these shapes, and like I said, draw very lightly, because most of this will be erased later. And we got circles for the knees, we've got more cylinders for the shins and the bottom portion of the leg, and then the feet are just a basic shape here. Now we're going to go up to the shoulders, just circles here where the shoulders go, cylinders for the upper arm. We're going to do circles for the elbows, and another set of cylinders for the forearms. Just very loosely going along here. Mistakes don't matter, because we're going to correct all that later. Anybody who tells you that an artist doesn't make mistakes and never uses an eraser is obviously someone who's never done art before. So here's some ears we're going to put on here, and all this is just a loose mock-up of what our drawing is going to look like in the end. It's pretty crude and pretty rough here. So now we're going to come in a little bit darker now, and we're going to go around the outline so that these lines here are going to be more of the permanent lines that are actually going to be in the drawing itself. And as you'll learn later on in a much more advanced lesson, that really we're not going to really want any lines at all in our drawings, but that's for another lesson. Forming up the hand here, and you can see that the hand was too long in the mock-up, so what I'm doing now is just for the that was a rough draft, and it's okay just to totally ignore your mock-up. I want that hand to come up a little bit shorter, because I want it to match the other hand. The one on his right hand was a little too long, or his right arm. Zoomed in now so you can see what's going on, and we're just forming up around the outside here. And it's pretty basic, and it's a lot easier to do with our underlying form. So just watch here as I go around these hands. We're not necessarily getting everything perfect here either. We've still got a long way to go, and this is gonna be a 2-part lesson, so once we cut here at the end of this lesson, then just go on to the next lesson, which will be picking up right where we left off on this one. Drawing some ears in here and a little bit more the way we want them. Alright, I try to keep each clip as close to 5 minutes as possible, so we're going to cut here and pick up on part 2, which you can go to right now.